Let's go, baby. Yes, sir.
This is gonna be Warner's debut when and if he shows up.
Happy Tuesday.
Will, obviously, yeah.
His
Cool.
his rookie debut.
What up, ABS, dude? So this guy he has rookie of the year potential. I'm not gonna lie. I think he made his stream debut. It was either yesterday or 2 days ago. He does have potential rookie of the year.
Who's this? Uno R3.
Yeah. So yeah, because I would say, I mean, rookie of the year 2022 has got to be B Flips, Jimmy FBI. Not even a question.
Co-rookies, you gotta pick one. You gotta pick one.
Gotta be. Well, see, yeah, and then
In terms of Amazon, it's got to be Jimmy from that year. Jimmy's got to be rookie of the year.
Got you. Okay. And then 2023. I mean, 2023 was so much more competitive, though.
There's
right?
a lot of good rookies.
I mean, dude, so much more competitive, right? Yeah, we'll have to do the official rankings. I like the state. The state power rankings are good too. Like I had a Minnesota guy join my coaching program, and I was like, just he's looking for 50 a month within 6 months, like easy, not even a question.
I'm trying to think. 2023 is true.
It's competitive, man. I could name like 20 plus.
I think it would have to be. Max is definitely in the
but for cultural impact, it might be Pete.
Yes.
Yeah, it depends what it's.
But then we go, is there an age requirement, right? Because then we might put age brackets, right?
Well, Pete has such an unfair advantage because he's just had longer to accumulate funds. Not unfair, it's earned, but he has an advantage.
Yeah, we'll have to talk to the committee about that.
Yeah. So we're starting this one off the rails today. That's a great sign. The first 90 seconds are off the rails, so we're on a good pace. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. Let us know what we can help you out with on Amazon.
Ballot and have Twitter vote. That's what we should do.
Ooh.
We should agree on 5 finalists and have Twitter vote.
Okay. Yeah, and the cool thing is, for anyone coming to Miami Sellers Conference, we're actually doing a panel. We should even have them call that Rookie of the Year panel, honestly. That
would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell everybody to do that.
Yeah.
With a bunch of the guys who won really, really fast.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
So yeah, any questions you guys got, let us know. And then we also have the free training going down tomorrow night as well. So make sure you get registered for that. In the bios and on in the description as well. We're gonna drop a lot of game for you guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun. People always are very thankful for that stuff. So we're gonna pump it out. Rookie of the year. Yeah, Jimmy, Rookie of the year 2022. And then we don't really have any authority over although I'd say we were probably a 3-way tie with Wi-Fi and
in 2021.
2021, yeah. It is crazy that's our rookie year though, because that was only a couple of years ago, man. You know what I mean? Crazy. Register for tomorrow. Sounds good.
Okay. See you tomorrow.
Oh, also too, if you guys want long form, like especially really beginner friendly stuff in audio format, we posted a really good podcast earlier today that all 3 of us recorded yesterday on like the full step-by-step walkthrough on getting going with this stuff.
How is it doing? Have you looked at the numbers? Is it doing well?
Yeah, it's doing good. And I was like, it's the kind of thing like if you're already selling on Amazon and you want to give someone like a good run through of it, that's like the episode you should send them.
Yeah, that podcast was good. We were spitting game yesterday.
That was definitely one of like the top 5-10 most valuable in terms of like actual content.
Yeah.
I looked at the leaderboards of the Buy Box Bandits. Dan still holds the cake. It's not close for number one.
Here, interesting thing though, if you look at the podcast numbers, the original B Flips episode has like 3 to 4x the views of the Dan YouTube video.
Oh, on Spotify and Apple and stuff.
Yeah, for some reason that got a ton of organic traffic. Yeah, like that one episode. Is it just me? Is Amazon's apparel market so small in the UK? Either sold by Amazon or slow. Do you think I should sell something else because that? So, Danila, you want to sell whatever that you can see is selling well by other people, right? And that's primarily going to be the storefront stock method if you're a beginner, right? So looking at what other people are carrying, right? So, Danila, you've probably seen maybe in some UK YouTubers videos, some reseller-friendly products that are profitable. Use those as a launch pad to storefront stock from using SellerAmp, and that's going to introduce you to more reseller-friendly products. Also, Garrett, I don't know. We were planning on telling you in privately, but our viewership did skyrocket in your absence yesterday. I'm not like it did.
The stream.
Good stream. Yeah. Yeah.
What's up, Mia?
Okay. Hey, what's up, guys? I started my seller account in early 23, got in with around 20 wholesalers. When I put in the numbers, there was no profit left. Okay. That's impressive that you got in with 20 wholesalers. Discounts are gonna be what's gonna make stuff profitable. You just got to do more effort, man. I mean, you got to do you just got to do more.
Yeah, I mean, clearly you've done the work though. So like, what you want to do is of the brands that they're selling, start making a list of the best products, like keep a product finder list, the best products in that brand that you would want to sell. They're very reseller friendly. They look like there might be some margin left. Like you'll kind of develop a muscle for what those products look like, and then send them some of those products, or especially ask them like, hey, if it's not on the list, can I order it from, that brand that you have a bunch of on the list? And then also sending them a PO of, here's what we could buy at retail price, here's what we could buy at 10% off, and so on, right? You just want to show them what you're actually able to do, because it's probably like a pricing issue. If you have 20 suppliers open, then one of them will give you the pricing you need if you play your cards right.
Mia said everyone's shy in G-Body. That's
Yeah, you could even start playing them against each other, right? Be like, hey, one company gave me this price at X amount of units. If you take another 10% off, I could probably buy another 1,000, right? Something like that. Give them tangible numbers they can work with, right? Because you think about it, you're working with and talking to sales reps. All they're doing is taking 10% of any number you throw at them, right? And so they're doing the math as you're talking, right? So if the order is 50,000, right, where they're taking 5%, 10%, 15%, whatever it is, that's the number that means most to them. So if you can kind of like dangle the cookie of like, hey, I can potentially order 5,000 units if you can get me this particular price, they're probably a lot more motivated to then walk down the hall, get that approval. It's game on from there.
Okay, good question here. Let's say I find a product to sell on Amazon, you want to buy on Alibaba. Do you have to your own private label? Yes. So if it's an Alibaba product, you're going to have to create your own listing. Either if it's a name brand product in Alibaba, it's fake. Alibaba is all unbranded stuff. So you're going to have to create your own listing, take photos, do copywriting, which totally works, right? Totally works. It's just harder, more time consuming, more capital consuming for beginners.
Hey, that mouse has this data.
Yeah, I mean, just the you know what I mean? It's like the reporters were just reporting on it. I'm just the messenger, right? Like,
usually about 50% of the price on Amazon. I mean, usually that's what we're looking for.
It might have been small and light, it might have been cheap, which in fact, in that case, I think it's even more friendly for that to be the case. But yeah, you just got to do more, House Jump.
Yeah, I got you, dog. I got you. I wouldn't let you down.
Should I resubmit? Yeah, either a new case or just reapply, Praneeth. Either one's going to work, man.
I think you've placed a couple orders, haven't you, Mia? The second one, this should be pretty good as well.
That's wealth right there. Mia been scheming. Mia and I have like a big group chat on text. Like it's pretty rowdy in there sometimes. Not gonna mess. Can they prove the photo? What do you mean by that? Simply Beauty. Thanks for Branson. Got you guys. Yeah, another cool thing, if you haven't yet come to one of our free trainings, we show some sourcing stuff that we don't share anywhere else publicly for free. So even if you're already getting sales consistently, you're going to be able to walk away from tomorrow with some really good ideas in terms of how to do product research more applicably. So I'd highly recommend going and take a look at that.
Speaking, I found some actually crazy new meta that we should show tomorrow. I like literally 30 minutes ago, I found this.
Let's see what we got. Cool.
It's fire.
Cool. Yeah, man. So you guys get registered for that. It's completely free and it's going to be a good time. Hello, guys. As a new FBM seller, I found some profitable products listed. Haven't gotten any sales yet. Should I lower my price, ship faster, reduce handling time from 1 day to 0, something else? Okay, so the cool thing is my dog's been doing some research, right? You're
like, throwing out all the buzzwords.
Yeah, if you're asking that question this early, this is going to work for you if you stick with it.
That is every buzzword that we mentioned, all in one question.
Yes. So I can clearly see you're doing your research.
The only thing he's missing is Chad and
print. Well, we'll work on it though. So there's a couple scenarios. It might be that listing just doesn't sell quick, which is probably not if you're asking the question the way you did. It also might be that it's not FBM friendly, right? Which comes from looking at the buy box statistics on Seller Amp, right? And then it might be that you're on that listing and other sellers are beating you from a delivery date perspective. If you look at any Amazon listing, you can see what the seller who's getting the buy boxes and the other sellers, you can see their delivery dates, and reducing your handling time from 1 to 0 is going to be the main lever in that, as well as using a repricer, right? Once you guys get like 5, 10 plus ASINs, or if you're really serious from the get-go, you want to be using a repricer as well. And you can just search Flips for Miles repricer on YouTube for a full guide on that. Take the photo. No. Suppliers aren't going to take good photos for you. Simply, but you got to do that yourself.
When they're going viral on my page with the end stream face.
Let's see. Jules flipping bags.
What's a good monthly sales for? It's all going to depend, man. There's all sorts of different products sell at different velocities. what you really should be using as an indicator is how much profit you can make for that product, right? What's your piece of the pie? And so that's also going to vary based on product, but set a target, right? So for every product you say yes to, it should bring you $200 profit or 500 or 1,000, whatever that criteria is for you. Commit to that and source according to that, and that's going to make a lot of the decisions, the comparisons, probably a lot more fluent in terms of like comparing different sorts of products.
Yeah, it's a sliding scale. So like the faster it sells, the lower margin you can look for, basically, because there's less time between each sale. Is how you need to think about it.
Any special sauce on getting more storage? My prep center is currently holding hella units. Have you called and asked? I mean, it sounds dumb, but they might help you out if you have.
I think she's talking about Amazon storage, which in that case means your sell-through rate's probably a little bit lower than it should be,
especially in Q1.
Yeah. Do you have like some Q4 inventory that didn't sell and you're just kind of holding on to and hoping price goes up? That would be my guess.
Or you're Chad scaling really aggressively right now.
Or that, yeah.
I hope is the latter.
Right.
Honestly, if you call seller support, they may help you out though. I've seen it work for other people.
You never know when you get a rare helpful person at Seller Central.
Yeah, true.
Sam wrote like a thread on how to Chad scale or something. It was the most like polite like thing I've ever seen in regards. It was amazing. Hey guys, SellerAmp shows Nike shoes from factory outlet as private label. So the cool thing is, if you see SellerAmp say private label, it's actually a good chance it's not private label. However, if it actually is private label, it's protecting you from getting screwed. What you want to do is, if it's like a Nike product, it's obviously not private label. It's just due to there being low sellers. If you do see that private label alert, what you need to do is look at who is selling that item and decipher if they are the brand owner or not.
Easiest way to decipher that is just go into their storefront. If they have like pretty much every product under the sun for that brand, it's probably a good indication that they are either exclusive to that brand or the brand itself.
Yeah. You want to sell toys, can't seem to find any profitable from distributors as well as wholesalers. Toys is tough for distribution, to be honest. You have to buy a lot to be a big fish in wholesale for toys. I don't know really anyone who's doing toys wholesale. Do you, Garrett?
Start throwing some low balls at Les, though. Start throwing some low balls at Les. See
how many suppliers you can get blacklisted from.
Yeah, well, because if they already got the accounts open, though, you know what I mean. Like,
yeah, there's so many other grocery and toys are probably like the biggest cliches, biggest like cliche wholesale categories. But there's so many more, right? Tools, beauty is even a big one. Groceries. I mean, like all like the sports hobbies, hiking, climbing, cycling. There's so many. Office supplies is another good one.
Clothing, shoes, high return rate, higher than other stuff. Yeah. How long does Amazon hold your inventory for? As long as you want. But if you're buying listings that sell quick, aka they're liquid, you're never going to have to really run into that scenario often.
They're also going to start charging you if they hold it for a certain amount of time. I think it's after 90 days the fees get included. But
is it 90 or 180 now?
Oh, I don't know.
Can't remember.
Yeah, as far as on the returns thing, Sabrina, just make sure that the more risk your product has, the more greedy you should be. So whether it be tanking risk or a category return risk or low sales risk, all those things should just make you greedier. They shouldn't make you like be terrified to sell something like that.
What are the best? Is that the wholesale question? What are the best categories?
The best categories are whatever you can find profitably. Like that shows me you pretty much haven't done any product research yet on your own, which is obviously fine. But because at the end of the day, literally all that matters is the data, and stuff sells fast in every single category. Now, if we do want to get into some of the nuance, right? If you live in Pennsylvania, shoes and clothing are better for you than other people because you have no sales tax in that.
That's
stuff.
huge.
But if you're asking that question, right, you clearly haven't put in much work on your own yet. Watch the free course. There's links to that stuff in our descriptions and everything. And it's like honestly anything.
How impactful is that? I would just use 30 up labels. If you have like a LaserJet printer, like a normal printer, just get like the 30 up labels at least until you make a couple $1,000s in the business. Does it make sense before you make a sale to get the label printer, all these sorts of things, the fancy labels, and then it doesn't work?
Right.
Yeah, well, don't worry about playing business. Like there's a 19-year-old who's at the Nike outlet right now as we speak, who's making progress way faster because he's just doing something.
He's gonna go print his stuff on like whatever printer he can get his hands on to go to a friend's house. Like,
And like, so this person asked me twice, the same person asked me twice, do I print out the label and put it on the box? How else would you do it? Right? How else? Like, what other way could that possibly be get done?
What should you do with gift cards on, where'd it go? Websites you don't like to source on? I mean, you could probably sell it to someone or just find products.
And don't buy them in the future unless you have good stuff to buy.
Yeah, buy them right before you check out.
Usually gift cards are a way to make that extra profit margin work, right? Going from 8 to 12 or 12 to 15 or whatever your threshold is, usually allows you to get over the hurdle and make something that's on the border profitable.
Yep. Card Bear and Top Cash back for that stuff.
Am I able to filter out monthly quantity, like for example 500 units sold? You could filter for like average sales rank and that kind of thing on Keep a Product Finder, and then just rely on the seller investment from there if you're trying to find like super fast selling stuff.
Your Discord notification just hit. That's why it's popping now.
Oh, yeah. How many units should you buy? So Simply Beauty, you got to do some research on private label on your own. None of us do that. So we're not going to be able to give good advice on it, but you don't have to get on Gate if you create the listing now.
I just did something out with beauty items have a lot. Gosh dang, keeps moving on me.
Yeah, we're lit. We're
it's
lit.
Popping now.
Let's dig in, boys. All right.
I got a bonus of having lots of small and light, medium, and high price, but why toys? Man, I would just start at any awayable product listing, right? Nike's a good example. If you started a Nike product that has a lot of OA sellers, that will lead you to other brands, other categories, other products, smart sellers, that sort of thing, right? It's not necessarily you're going to see all those sellers that are only selling clothing and apparel. You may, but there's going to be products, there's going to be sellers that are selling all sorts of products, and you can use the products to dictate your sourcing rather than pigeonhole yourself into just toys, just beauty, just grocery, etc. Let the products kind of spiderweb you out to find all these interesting things, and you can use the data to qualify your actions rather than using arbitrary groupings of products to decipher one from another.
How long should you wait to lower prices? I mean, Otis, if we're talking like several dollars, probably a month, but if we're talking just little oscillations and repricing, day to day.
If there are only two offers on a listing and one is a brand, but the other is an FBA seller, does that just mean you're early to the party or private? If the brand's on the listing, it's most of the time, unless you're talking private label, unless you're talking wholesale and you're reaching out to the brand, it's most likely a pass.
Yep. Amazon new fees on April 1st. Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of a sell a bunch of products, see what actually happens, and then, move your strategy around from there. It's still unclear what's actually going to be charged and what's not. And if it's an ASIN basis or if it's user, like it's completely like kind of up in the air. So even if the fees go up for everybody, the market will adjust. It happens every year. They raise a fee somewhere and prices just go higher. We keep making just as much margin.
Yeah, there's certain emergency things you want to be worried about. And it's like, if you don't have a like-minded kings and queens, right, that you can FaceTime immediately and have them shove leads down your throat, right, you're doing it wrong, right? We gotta worry about that stuff.
That's a lot more important, yeah.
Yeah.
Pete's showing love.
Couldn't find anything. Okay, you couldn't find anything. I guarantee you could actually find a lot if you're utilizing the discounting methods that exist for those websites, right?
Ideally, I'm looking for smaller products to be able to have more inventory. Now, there's bigger problems to worry about. You got to find products and worry about the things like, as weird as it sounds, worry about capital later, worry about inventory space later, worry about having to ship those FBA shipments out later. The biggest lever in your first month, your first 3 months as an Amazon seller is finding profitable products consistently and effectively and accurately. That's the only thing that matters until you have some momentum built. And meeting people that are doing the same thing. Those are the two things.
Is FBA fee still 30%? It's variable depending on the category, but it's a flat 15% plus like pick and pack and stuff, which generally equals out to what you'd pay for FBM shipping.
Yeah, just use SellerAmp and then you don't even have to worry.
You don't need to worry about like the percentage and all that.
Leads list worth it. If it's making you money, yes. If not, no.
I mean, the other thing is, right, if you're looking for a starting point to source off of, kind of like a lot of the stuff we talk about, use our live sourcing videos. Again, between the three of us, we have hundreds of hours of live sourcing content, right? Not necessarily one of those products are going to be profitable, but it leads you to other things. Maybe it's another variation on that product that works. Maybe it's the brand that's interesting that you haven't heard of yet or you haven't thought was profitable, right? Maybe our sellers are now selling interesting stuff that you can reverse source from, right? Use the processes that we go over and the products that link you to other things as a jumping off point. And I think that's really what leads lists are meant to do, is just provide a jumping off point to now take that and continue to build off of it. I think the YouTube live sourcing does the same thing.
Yeah, and let it show you like new websites and sales and that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
of course. Yeah.
Yeah. It's good if you have money. If you have like 5K plus, 3K plus, that kind of thing to start with, then do it for a month or two and then cancel.
I've heard SellerAmp is not accurate. Well, LS, you were also saying you couldn't find any good products, right? So who has more context around SellerAmp being accurate? The people who have tens of millions in sales combined, or right? Okay, Sabrina, go on YouTube, search Flush Miles Ungating. Have that solved very quick. BrickSeek any good for sourcing? If you're asking that question, then no, right? If you're asking that question, you should be doing reverse sourcing.
It's such a niche thing. It's likely not the thing for you. SellerAmp Keepa, that'll do a lot more power. So I'm upset because they added a new picture on our Amazon listing of 2 products instead of 1, even though the title states you will get 1. The people are complaining and not getting 2. And I had the lowest. So I would call them. If you have any sort of documentation of what it used to be, and of course the title remained the same and the UPC remained the same, I would call them and see if they can switch it back, or else you're kind of shot because you don't want all those negative reviews.
Yeah. Raise your price until you get it fixed. Otherwise, it'll keep happening.
Can I add a variation to someone else's listing? Most of the time, no. You can try, but a lot of the Nike stuff, it doesn't work. It's there. If you go in like the product page, you go to the variation wizard, but it's probably not going to work. I don't know what the differentiation with that is.
BrickSeek for RA. Yeah, I mean, either way, like it's still kind of niche. If you're starting with RA, it's decent because you can like see what might be good, but it's nothing that having a couple other friends who do retail arbitrage can't tell you, and all the stock trackers and stuff are not going to be accurate just because it's too many data points to track. It's just not going to be correct all the time.
You could definitely do some sniping with pickup orders on there.
Yeah.
Cody used to crush it with BrickSeek.
Yeah, I actually hit Cody's line so we could do a pod today too. Garrett, did you lose the Buy Box Bandits hoodie?
Yes, I've had that loss for a while.
Okay, because we found Danny's in his crib. So there are yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna ask him to send it to me.
Yeah.
That was
giveaway of what's up?
Oh, I was just gonna say it was super comfy.
Oh, that's fine. It's like the missing rings or something. Y'all both lost your Buy Box Bandits hoodies. Yeah. Do you guys have a way of organizing trying to get reimbursements from Amazon? Yeah, I mean, you'll just make sure like you're on top of all of your shipment log, right? So you go to the FBA shipment log. If it says like closed and there's less, you should have a pending case on it until it's resolved. You can track that kind of stuff, but there'll be like emails saying, hey, we need more documents, or hey, here's your reimbursement, and that's that.
Can we ungate doing RA? Probably not. Some people have, but it's probably a better conversion if you just do it online. It's cheap enough, it's easy enough. Buy 10 units from the brand website and do your thing there.
Yeah, it's either going to be an auto ungate or crazy easy to buy OA, cheap. So like I would just do it OA. I spent 8 hours sourcing today, found nothing. I don't think I've learned anything storefront stalking. What do I do? Okay, so my brother in Christ, we have to realize that these websites you're seeing on Google, they have discounts. You need to find them, right? You found probably a ton of fast selling products today, but you weren't able to get any of them profitable because you're not leveraging all the free cashback and coupon extensions. You're not checking Cardbear and Top Cashback. You don't have a burner email address that's subscribed to all of these websites, email list to get fed deals. You're not asking customer service. You're not talking to other sellers to figure out the discounts these different websites offer. And that's why stuff's not profitable, right? You don't find things profitable. You make things profitable through coupons, sales, discounts, discounted gift cards with Cardbear and Top Cashback. And I promise you, if you do that stuff will be good. The cool thing is there's a big ass Nike.com sale. Go on there. You'll find some stuff. Buy one of it. FBM.
Puma sale, Adidas sale, WSS sale. Like Valentine's Day sales are here. So like that now should be the time when it's pretty easy.
Yeah. Like if you just search on Amazon Puma slides, put in a $27 minimum and go make some money.
Recommended ways to track profit. If you're in your first couple months, Excel is going to do just fine. And you'll learn some good Excel skills that are going to translate for down the line anyways. I
have a lot of cash to work with. Is OA still good at scale? If you're in this stream, probably, right? And immediately focus. So Chris, I know you were asking about leads list a couple minutes ago, so I'd say stick with OA for now, just from a skill perspective. However, if you are ready to get in the trenches and cold call, start tomorrow for wholesale, and that's going to go great if you put in the work.
Doing RA and TJ Maxx as we chat. That's what's up.
It'll make you more money, yeah. And then after we get off, put on the 3 of our podcast episode from yesterday on the Buy Box Bandit YouTube
well, it
channel.
was posted today though, so
From today.
He got kicked out for that one.
yeah.
Oh, hey.
Best place to get gift cards, Card Bear, Gift Card Wiki, all those
Great,
just like
Card
aggregate
Bear.
different sites that you can buy from that are legit.
How should I track my mileage? Just right there. Just looking
I
at
like you. I think I'm sure there's a couple apps that do it. Yeah.
You can also track it in retrospect with Google Maps if you forgot to last year.
My dumb self had the live 3 minutes behind.
Nah, you can't have your tracking on in Google Maps. You can't be letting the government track you.
They're keeping it anyway. You might as well be able to take a deduction from it. It's not like turning the settings off actually does anything.
That's actually true though. It's completely true. Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, you might as well get some use out of them storing all your data.
Wait, off topic, Maz. Have you used the weird goggles that Danny got?
Of course I have. Of course.
Danny got Vision Pros.
Bro,
Yeah.
that's such a Danny thing. It's such not surprising at all.
Of course I have. Yeah. It's pretty lit. He's like you're like walking around and there's like a screen over here, like a screen over here. Like
Did you guys see the Casey Neistat video of it yet?
oh no, I gotta watch that.
It's super funny.
Hilarious.
It's just like whenever people are in public with them, it's just like a meme. They just look
Yeah.
so out of place.
Yeah.
Can you see like in front of you, or is it all
Yeah,
just like
yeah, but there's like virtual stuff there. Yeah.
yeah?
Do any of you list heavy items or you shoot for lightweight? It's generally pretty light, especially just because the fees on heavy is obviously higher, and so it's a worse situation if the prices ever end up going down or anything like that. But sometimes you can get some profitable like grocery multi-packs, that kind of stuff. Like if it's low return and it's worth the risk of a heavy item, like it can be worth it.
Apple Pros are terrifying for society as a whole.
Interesting. I mean, I don't think we're all going to be wearing headsets, but there's going to be some kind of glasses or something.
Well, yeah, once the glasses get unlocked, then it's game over.
You're going to be forced to, because you'll be like automatically dumber than people who don't use them, which is
No,
like,
it's
I don't want that, but like it's going to be what's going to happen.
Dude, you're gonna be wearing the glasses, and you're just gonna be hitting by like cold ads as you're walking down the street.
Probably like
You already are though, but yeah, it'll just be. And imagine sourcing with the boys on the Apple.
doing RA on the Apple Pro.
Just look at it, the seller.
You look to your right and there's a huge seller amp chart over there, just like everything you need to see. Like
Just give me the Neuralink. I think
That one's even
Elon got
scarier.
that one in someone a couple.
yeah,
weeks
you did.
ago.
It's Apple Vision or Apple Vision Pro.
Either one will get you there.
Yeah, cool. All right.
Everlands has an Excel template for mileage. Put it into your Google Drive, customize it how you want, add notes, yada yada. Yeah,
Cool.
sounds good,
Just use
yeah.
the app, man. I mean, it sounds like a lot of work there, but yeah, like that definitely would work too.
Also, the deduction doesn't it max out at like a couple thousand or a couple hundred or whatever it is?
I'd be shocked. I have no idea, but
I-
you can find that on Google.
Not CPAs. None of this is
That's sure.
all
yeah.
that whole thing.
Ever had any issues with workers when scanning products? No. Just keep chat scanning, Lorena. Just keep chat scanning.
Waking up and you keep graphs all around you
That's like
immediately at work.
It's like a
The
dream.
second you wake up,
Yeah. Sunset hitting tonight.
it is kind of hitting.
Is the chat on SellerAmp the same? Yes.
Yep, same data. It's better to start off in the U.S. rather than Canada if you don't have a prep center.
Luckily, you can get one.
Yeah, you can get a prep center.
Yeah.
Like prep centers are pretty easy to find. So literally, Google Prep Center, email 3 of them, hop on a Zoom with anyone that responds to you, ask them like the basic questions, make sure they're trustworthy, and send them some stuff.
Do you know what app or feature SellerAmp is missing? Is like a ongoing chat window for every product.
We've actually talked about this, but it would definitely lead to price fixing collusion
100%.
lawsuits.
So imagine like you scroll all the way down.
That chat would be so funny. Like the chat on like super popular like soccer thing, like that type of stuff. Like
and you can go back in the history of like the entire thing.
You'd
You can
be
just
like,
keep scrolling.
you'd be like, bro would be like, fuck you, MJ. Good.
dude, that chat would be so toxic. I don't think it would be like
It'd be,
it would only be
so-
toxic.
There's so much hazing going on.
Yeah. People would be like gaslighting new sellers. Like,
But it'd be so funny on like the listings with the boys.
Yeah, facts.
Dude, no need for keep a subscription if you have. So I would just, I mean, it's $40 a month. I would just get both.
Dude,
It has a lot of the same info, but it's formatted
it's kind of
differently.
true though. That is very true.
dude, I used to be grinding that shit back in the day.
That is very true.
Cool, sweet. So, all right, we're gonna hop off now because I want to go play basketball. Free training going down tomorrow night in 24 hours and 45 minutes. Make sure to get registered for that down below. Right there. Toss your predictions in the chat too if you think I'm going to get money. Yesterday was one of my best performances of my Miami career so far, right? Because I finally didn't have any guards on my squad, so I got some freedom with the ball.
He's
right?
the new Klay Thompson. This boy washed up.
I was handling the ball yesterday. I was more like Steph Curry. Have a great night, everyone. Love you guys. Check the free course auto ungating guide. Make sure to follow these guys on socials. Check out the Buy Box Bandits podcast. See you guys tomorrow.
Adios.